Wednesday. It's 8 o'clock and it's the Big Detecting Show.
Good evening, it is. It's the Big Detecting Show. Here I am on this side. On this side.
Happy New Year.
I'm here. Behind you.
Oh, you swapped us round. I was going to say we're like Ant and Dec.
We are.
You're always on the left. Happy Christmas. How are you? All right?
I'm okay. I'm tired. Very tired. Been very busy. Too busy.
Well, it's nearly Christmas, so don't worry. It'll all be over this time next week.
Well, I finish tomorrow till the 5th of June, so I'm all right. I can't do it.
Oh,
do that for me, please. Well, I thought I'd bring people on bit by bit tonight. So I'm here. You're here. The viewers are here. Who else is here?
Oh, Dona
Merry
Martin.
Christmas. Hold on.
Okay.
Look, easy now, Tiger. Come on. There's kids watching.
Honestly, have you been drinking?
Can you move over just a little bit, please? No, the other way. Other way. No, other way. So you're in the middle of the screen.
I was in the middle of the screen.
Donna's got a beard.
I've got margarita. Quite a big one.
Pakitan.
Margarita. Tequila. We love tequila. That looks like we.
Oh, dear.
We've also got...
It's the man.
Hey.
Shane. How you doing, mate?
Shane, all from his new house.
Wow, That looks amazing. We've had that house on before. Whose house have you burgled?
Adrian's.
I don't live in a house like that. I've got a bigger house than that. That's just like my outhouse, that is.
Keep all them bloody metal detectors it is.
You all right, Shane?
Yeah, I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, I was only with him last night. Not together. We
Night
did
before.
Was it the night before? Yeah, NCMD judging, which we very much enjoy, don't we? It's good fun.
Yeah, you're looking very festive anyway, Shane.
How did it go anyway, the judging?
To be honest, Donna, it's a good question because when the NCMD originally launched it, it was quite quiet. But as things are going, it's getting harder and harder, isn't it, Shane?
Yeah,
and the photography and the fines. And one of the fines, which we judged back in November, I think, has hit national press.
It has.
It's been
incredible.
Everywhere.
And it's a beautiful thing. Slightly dubious description, as we decided yet again from the flows. But what a beautiful.
You decided.
No, it's obvious.
But anyway, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. We've got Elaine coming soon, haven't we?
Elaine?
Alan.
He always looks like he's been on holiday. I reckon he goes on the sunbed. Anyway, we've got loads of people in the chat. We had a very important message from Jim. Jim, what have you gone and done? He's gone and booked a hearing test as a result from Adrian's article on hearing and metal detecting.
Sorry, Jim.
Adrian,
yes.
How'd you get rid of this bloody overlay here now?
There you go.
There it is.
Like that. I know that was tickling my nose actually.
So thank you, Donna. Those who don't know, I wrote an article in this month's Treasure Hunting magazine about hearing, which has been on the cusp of me wanting to talk about it for many years now. As we get older, we naturally lose our hearing. And I think, like me, growing up in the 70s, we had fireworks, shotguns, legal, and lots loud music, raves and everything. And we put our hearing to the test. And I've got slight hearing loss. And that can affect your high tones. So if you're detecting, that can affect your high tones. And you may need to change the settings on your detector. And bless him, Jim went for a hearing test and he now needs hearing aids and he's blaming it on me. But, Jim, you will find more. You will find more.
He will. And the quality of life. Andrew T has just said hearing aids are amazing. Stephen Brame said, I already have hearing aids. And Wayne Rollins said, speak up, Adrian, I can't hear you.
Sorry,
Adrian.
Yes.
I've just found some new things on the side of the screen.
Oh no! Don't do that. Hiya, Ange.
We've got
How
a
are we all doing?
teleprompter even, and people where Alan before the show sounded quite quiet, so I've just took him off automatic and boosted his volume right up.
Yeah, good.
How
You
good.
found controls. Does it make you
Shane,
feel important?
you went out on the weekend, didn't you, Shane?
I did indeed. I didn't do too bad, to be fair.
Silver machine again.
Nah, I had 4 silver. I hammered a William, a blank, what they called, slap token.
Love token.
Stamped. No, a slap token, the stamp ones.
Right, okay.
What else did I have? Oh, I had a modern 1940 Summit, so only like 50% silver. But still 4 silver, and I had a Roman, plenty of other bits.
Nice. I went looking for an aeroplane yesterday.
Very jealous.
I know. Well, I had a notification last week from a local walking group who were taking an older man out who had actually been to the site of the crash. Pardon?
With a gun.
No, not with a gun. Bit like off Dad's Army though. But I found them really great directions. I got a picture of a car in a lane saying turn right on this road. So once I got there, I found them talking to a farmer who wasn't the actual farmer of the land, but they needed to actually get on his land to get across it. But he was really nice, so quite another friendly farmer. Anyway, this guy who was with us, John Pryke, he'd actually been to the crash site when he was a child, and he knew roughly whereabouts it was. And we trekked over about 3 fields to get there. They asked me to bring a couple of detectors, and obviously they didn't know how to use detectors, and it was so cold out there, and I think the older guy was getting pretty cold. So 5 things, 5 bits of aluminium we'll know. And with my eyes, we're on a grass field. I said, this land has been disturbed, and there was a big break in the trees, and the size piece of riveted aluminium, and we're going to ID that with Dave and waiting to get a picture of it cleaned up. And then we got in close succession 4 more decent pieces of airplane, basically. So,
Lisa Cook, he didn't have a Santa hat on, he had an elf hat on, but he's also got a green screen, so things didn't end up too good. Oh, no. I've got a Santa hat now.
I've got a very question from Stephen.
Little quick thing of importance. If you do metal detect and find a crash site, you legally can't detect on it. Donna, the bodies have been removed and stuff. But if you do find it, if you do find a crash site
at the time, they dealt with it at the time, and the guys got all the relevant.
And interestingly, if you do think you are going to be detecting on a crash site, then go onto your NCMD app. See, he's coming on a minute, and all the information that you will need for detecting on a crash site will be there for you, and all the rights and wrongdoings of doing so. In fact, I've got a book here, haven't I, Shane? The crash sites of the White Peak.
Yes,
it's got all the crash sites around here, and it's bang on, really is.
Yeah. I mean, I think
anyway,
the plane
just to shut Donna up going on, shall we bring tonight's game in just so we can obviously get on with the show? Oh no, wrong one. Shall we bring on tonight's other esteemed guest?
Yes.
Good evening, John. No, John.
Alan.
Alan. That's how tired I am. Done that on purpose.
Evening, everybody. Merry Christmas to you all.
You all right, Alan?
Merry Christmas.
How's
How
Alan?
you doing? You all sound drunk already?
No, not yet.
I'm stuck with coffee,
definitely
unfortunately. Not. But hey,
good
to see you all, guys.
Alan. Alan, what's your mug? Show us your mug.
That is the NCMD mug, available on the NCMD website, on the in the NCMD shop. Very good too. Great little piece of kit, that. There we go. And you can get lots of things on the NCMD merchandise section of the website, as you'll be pleased to hear.
Doesn't Alan sound louder now? I've upped his microphone in the settings.
Yeah, it's very good. Very good.
I like that.
Oh, that's good then. You can probably hear me anyway. I am pretty loud on my own, I think.
No.
Sorry.
Oh, dear. Yeah, how are you all doing? You all good?
Yeah, all perfect.
Excellent.
At 1 o'clock tomorrow, I will be okay.
Is that when you finish? That's your last
Yes,
day, is it?
That's it.
Then you better go metal detecting then for all of next week.
Well, only if Shane lets me.
Oh.
Okay, guys.
Yes,
so
you're right, Philip Wells. Shane is a bit loud, so I'm going to take his down a little bit. Speak, Shane.
Hello.
Ooh.
Hello.
And again.
Hello.
That's better, isn't it? Marvellous. Right.
I had a fancy new microphone. That must be why.
Must be. So, Alan, obviously, for those watching tonight who don't know the NCMD, who should know the NCMD, or for those who live abroad, would you give us a brief introduction into the organisation?
I will, mate. Thank you very much indeed. So for those that don't know, the NCMD is run by detectorists for detectorists. And as well as being here to represent the hobby at government level, we also provide all the information you could possibly want and need about the hobby on our website at www.ncmd.co.uk. We also provide a range of facilities for our members, such as the NCMD app, which includes a facility for recording your fines and fine spots. Again, it's a great facility. It's for you. It's secure. Only you can access the fines, but it gives you the chance to create your own sort of directory, digital directory of your fines and fine spots. We'll be launching an information video on that facility very shortly. Our good friends Ben Shires and Emma Yule have been helping with that. We also try to give something back to our members, and we do so in a number of ways. So we have the £10,000 Christmas prize draw, the winners of which will be announced on here shortly. We also have our Digging Deep magazine, which includes a word search competition with £2,000 of prizes on offer. This year's edition will be shortly sent out to members. Then we have the Trevor and Sue Austin Memorial Awards, which is our monthly fines competition, where our members can submit their best coin and artifact found during that month. We have an incredible panel of very illustrious judges that include some very well-known names from the hobby, as well as a number of FLOs. The monthly prize winners receive £100 of cash prize and a personalised plaque. The winners also go forward to our annual competition, where they can win £500 for each category and an amazing glass trophy. We also have the Hoard of the Year competition, and again, the winner receives £500 and a trophy. It's a great way of showcasing some of the finds that do come out of the ground. And as the guys were saying earlier, the judging of it is extremely difficult. I mean, there's some incredible finds. Anyway, in terms of what we offer, it's all for just £8 a year or less if you opt for our multi-year membership. And of course, included in that as part of the membership is your insurance, which is an very important part of the hobby, in that it protects the landowners against any damage that might be caused during the hobby. Anyway, as far as the NCMD Christmas prize draw is concerned, the draw was held earlier. Every one of our 41,000 plus members was included. That's overseas members as well. With the exception, actually, of the NCMD committee and the board of trustees. So although we are fully paid up members in our own right, we felt that removing ourselves from the prize draw was the right thing to do. The numbers, the are selected automatically from the member database by a random number selector. And the full list of prizes and prize winners will be available on the NCMD website newsfeed and via our Facebook page straight after this show.
Well, before you go ahead and start announcing them, Alan, I'm going to stop you there
Yes.
because we'll announce them a little bit later, I think.
Okay.
Then people won't switch off.
Great shout.
Just one thing, Alan. Talking about prizes and the NCMD being very, very generous to their members, because this draw, if you're an NCMD member, you automatically go into it for free. So you don't have to enter. You've just got all the details. But you told me a lovely story the other day, last Christmas. Everyone's struggling financially. And you told me, without any names, you told me a lovely story. Do you want to just mention that?
I will. Yeah. Thank you for that, mate. It was funny, actually, because someone had made a comment on here about us giving away something. And they were saying that, can you please stop giving away? Well, actually, as I said before, we're a metal detectorist. I'm a metal detectorist, same as everybody else. And we do like to try and give something back. And after I'd read that, it kind of did make me think. But shortly afterwards, one of our members, one of the prize winners, contacted me to say that they'd lost their job just before, not long before Christmas. And coming into Christmas, they had nothing. They had no money. They didn't know what they were going to do. They had a couple of little kids. And Christmas wasn't going to happen. And then out of the blue, they won £500 on the NCMD competition. And she contacted me to say, thank you so much. You've just saved Christmas for us. We can now have a Christmas. And that was a lovely little thing, I thought. So, for those that don't win, it's very sad, and commiserations. But for those that do win, I'm sure that, it does make a difference.
Yeah, no, it's a lovely story. And
it's a nice way of giving back to members.
Yeah, we think so. We certainly think so, and the vast majority of people are very pleased for it, and I'm sure that, as I said, if you're a winner, then it's happy days, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, I think you'll get some people. I can see in the chat, that we've got one Mr. Disgruntled, but and I understand both points of view, but the bottom line is you have got plenty enough to cover everything, and it's a really good way of getting people to join. You can win prizes, you can be part of a community. What other things, Alan, do you offer NCMD? I mean, do you actually have, because I know you have like regional heads and various different things going on, do you actually have physical meets anymore? Is there any way that people can physically meet together as part of NCMD, or is it all just virtual now?
So what we do, and the way that the structure is now, so we have the NCMD committee, and we have a board of trustees who are there to protect all the monies and to make sure that we're doing everything right and in the right way. We actually we do visit a lot of events around the country. I've certainly met you and plenty of other people at events all across detecting events all across the country, and we try and fit in as many of those as we can across the year. Obviously, it's great to meet with members. The key thing we think is interacting with our members and giving our members the ability to contact us for all sorts of reasons. There's a lot of people that have issues, that they have problems that they want information on or help with or whatever. So we've got a number of ways to do that. So you can email us, you can phone us. All the information on all of that is on our website. And we get literally dozens of people contacting us every single day with all sorts of queries and things. So that's a new thing, actually, because in the past it was all done regionally, all done through sort of regional meetings. The only face-to-face meeting that we have now is the AGM, and everything else outside of that is all done online, as with this, technology and all stuff. But we have, within the NCMD, we have monthly meetings, we have a monthly trustees meeting, and then we between us, the various committee members speak pretty well every day on all sorts of issues. So we are very, very busy with that. In the past, I know that the NCMD used to hold sort of the odd rally and things across the country, but of course these days trying to do that would be very difficult, particularly because of the numbers involved. Because we now have, I came on board just over 4 years ago, and there were around sort of 18,000 members at the time. We've worked hard to sort of bring everybody on board that we could, and give everybody good reasons to be members of the NCMD. And we've taken that number now in 4 years up to over 41,000. It's a big thing. And the real big thing for us as a hobby, we walk a very fine line, and we have to do, not only do we have to do the right thing, we have to be seen to be doing the right thing across the board. So it is about us being responsible detectorists, and following the law and recording our fines and all those good things. But what we've also done now as part of the sort of moving things forward is within the NCMD, we've created a whole list of groups, which includes detecting clubs. It includes all the online groups, the organisers of online groups, the big event organisers, the retailers, and even the regions. So like Scotland, like Wales, we've set up groups within the structure, so that everybody literally within the hobby gets a voice and has a say in what we do. And going forward into next year, you'll be seeing a lot more of that and a lot more of that interaction.
So you're basically still developing NCMD with a mind to improving sort of access for people for the future. There's a question come up in the chat. Somebody said, thank you very much. I think it's Selkirk Detectorists for voting them the best cord finders. Philip Wills said, do you give any money to charity? Wouldn't money be better spent giving it to charity for defibs and things like that?
Yes. Can I just butt in there? Now, the whole reason the NCMD was put together was to protect our hobby. And it's got money and it needs money. My concern going forward in the future is if the government decided to ban or restrict the hobby, the NCMD has got money there to fight for us if it goes to court. And that is going to cost a hell of a lot of money. So there is money there, but it's not a free spend all thing. And I think keeping it in the piggy bank for a rainy day is very important to us in the hobby. Because let's face it, the way the world is at the moment, the government could say we're banning metal detecting. They could. They physically could. And
they could, but then museums would lose out massively. You think.
Well, just to cut him in there, and thank you for that, Adrian, because that is a very good thing. And again, when I came on board 4 years ago, we had about 300,000 in the bank, which we call the fighting fund, because that's what it is. It was set up because back in the 80s, those that don't know, archaeologists did try to ban the hobby in the UK. And they tried very hard to ban the hobby in the UK. So detectorists came together and formed the NCMD to protect the hobby and protect our rights. It cost them a lot of money, and we owe them a debt. And that's why we mentioned Trevor and Sue Austin in our fines competition, because they were some of the original founder members, and they worked tirelessly to earn us and maintain our right to detect. Now, when I came on board, as I say, we had £300,000 in that kitty. It grieves me that we would need to do that, because we do, as Donna says, we make a massive contribution. 1.8 million fines on the database, the national database. 98% of that comes from metal detectorists. So we have created what is effectively a world-class resource, an academic resource of fines and fines information in this country. And that's fantastic. And there's thousands and thousands of fines in museums across the country, all because of us and all because of what we do, trudging around in the mud, in the wind and the rain and all of that good stuff. So we do make a massive contribution, but there are still, and it's a fact, there are archaeologists out there that will ban us in a heartbeat. And unfortunately, what people don't know is people say, it's about insurance or whatever. It's not. You have no idea the meetings that we sit in and the things that we hear on a constant basis, and we are constantly defending the hobby and our right to detect in the UK. We meet with the NFU, we meet with within the Portable Antiquity Scheme and others. We meet with the Scottish Government to do with Scottish Trove and Trove law and etc. But we've taken, and this is personal now for me, right? I think it's a national disgrace that we feel the need to do this, okay, and that we feel the need that we have to defend the hobby and we have to have monies there to defend it if we needed to. But I can tell you now, on a personal level, we've taken that. You know, we do everything we can. We don't throw our money away. We do it because it's your money. It's all of our money. We've taken that £300,000 to about £650,000 now. And the reason we've done that is because we feel the need to do that. We absolutely feel the need to do that, because I have got no doubt in my mind that at some point we're going to have to stand firm. And there are already little situations in the background now where we've been discussing what we do as an organisation to defend not just the hobby but also individual members, because there's one or two things going on with individual members that we are looking at and reviewing at the moment with a view to supporting. So that part of it is very, very important, and what we do. But equally, like with the charitable thing, okay, there's lots of us that are involved in that. So I'm a very proud member of the RCM. I'm one of the founder members of the RCM, you know, we've raised a huge amount of money over the years for cancer care charities, and there's numerous metal detecting groups out there that do the same. You know, my own detecting club. We raise money for the air ambulance for our
talking about detecting club, Alan. Nick Berry said, "What was your best find this year, Alan? Yours?"
Oh, don't ask him that. So
I'm assuming that Nick knows the answer to that. Then
I'm Adrian, perhaps.
I've muted him.
I'd like to know the disgruntled member about charity bases. What are they so disgruntled about? Is it particularly that it needs to go to a charity, or because if you look at the statistics of charities, and as an example, you look at cancer research, even though we all agree in it, cancer research takes like 40% profit from that charity. Now, you're doing your hobby, so isn't that money best left with the NCMD and the stuff that you don't see behind closed doors? I've had my flow turn around and say, well, we might need crowdfunding from the NCMD because there's nowhere else we can get it from when they're talking about going for digs and digging up treasure and so on. Don't you think that's best left there than destroying the hobby, where they can turn around and say, we haven't got the money to dig it up, so you can't have it in the first place?
Well, the thing is, I mean, one of the things some senior people, in senior positions were talking about, and they were talking about trying to contact landowners to ask them to not allow metal detecting in order to leave finds in the ground for future generations. Things like this, So we don't talk about this too much because we're quietly dealing with it in the background. But
Alan, but that's spoken by ignorant people. You leave a really nice, say, I don't know, a bronze cup in the ground. Yeah, you just leave something nice, a good artifact in the ground. There it is. What happens the next season when the tractor goes through it with a disc?
1,000%. Most of what we find is detectorists. Most of the finds that detectorists find is partifacts. We find partifacts, half a brooch, half a buckle, whatever, because it's been damaged by farming practices. And of course, in the plough soil, everything in the plough soil gets from an archaeological point of view, there's no context to it, to any of that information. So they remove it before they.
It could have come from the field next door. Could have come from 2 miles down the lane in a tractor.
Correct. And the thing is, and they know that. That's why they remove it. So archaeologists aren't interested in what's in the plough soil until we go and find it with a metal detector, and then suddenly it becomes an issue. And do you know what my biggest thing is?
We're going to talk about that separately, and this is supposed to be, Christmas and everything, but I think that there are ways forward, and there are ways to talk about this. I think a different approach and representing the entire community. And I'm really glad to hear, Alan, that through membership you give people a voice. You will answer people's questions, and you put that in, I'm guessing, as part of your reports to the APAG and things like that. You consider other people's opinions.
Oh, absolutely, that. Yeah, exactly. That.
Somebody asked in the chat, do you still meet at the Swan in Runcorn with Brian and Mo?
No.
Nick West has just put this up. We've got 6 schools that have asked us to go in and talk about the hobby in the new year. How about that?
Sorry, what was that last bit? I was busy reading that on the bottom there, and I missed what you
sorry.
said there.
Let me just read that out, Alan. Ha ha, Alan Tamblyn. I love that laugh of yours. You had me in tears at the RCM No Frills weekend when John Lydell walked out of the Thunderbox toilet and then Gary Cook walked in heaving.
That was funny.
That was so funny.
I was going to ask the best rally moment of the year, and I'd forgotten about that. That was one of the funniest things that actually happened.
Oh, mate, that was priceless. That was absolutely priceless. Johnny Lydell walked out of the toilet. He went in the toilet and he came out and was heaving at his own smell. and then Gary Cook went running in there, came flying out of the camper van, desperate to use the loo, went flying in there at 90 miles an hour. 3 seconds later, come flying back out of there at 90 miles an hour. And I was just stood there trying to make some coffees, and I was crying. It was so
not a lot of people know that John and Gary sleep together at rallies.
Yeah, well, we don't like to talk about it.
It's the best way to keep warm, to be fair.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah. Oh God!
Nick Berry asks again, Alan. You didn't tell us what your best find of the year is.
He's got to tell us. He's got to tell us.
Well, whenever people ask me about, what is the best thing that I've found while I've been metal detecting, and this is very true. This is cheesy, but it's very true. And I always say everywhere, the best thing that I've found while I've been metal detecting has been the friendship, the people, and that is true story. That, and I truly mean that. However, on this occasion, this year, for the first time in 26 years, I found a gold stater, and I was rather pleased about it. I don't like talking about it really, but I was very pleased.
I never knew that. Never knew that. I never knew that.
Yeah.
I just wrote that down. I wrote, what do you want to find in 2026? And I've written down gold stater and silver. I put silver ring, but I really want a silver thimble. I've never found one of those.
Well, that's on me. We judged silver thimble, didn't we, Alan and Shane, the other night? It was a really nice silver thimble. I'd like to find a gold thimble. They do exist.
Yeah, they do exist.
Got a
gold fibula is your main want, isn't it, Adrian?
When's the last time Adrian had a fibula?
6 years. Gold noble, gold staters, all the things you could want I've found, but blinking fibulas just don't like me. Bits of them, but not. I've actually.
There you go, Barry. You've got a job.
For me now, it's like an ex-girlfriend. It's just gone. It's not going to happen. Just get rid of it. So, What's your find this year, Dave? What would you like to find next year? Sorry.
I'd like to go out more, to be fair.
Yeah.
You get out quite a bit.
I don't, not really. I've not been out once since the RCM, so.
Have you really?
Oh.
I get
We
out.
tried that new detector.
Sorry?
We tried that new detector.
Yeah, tried the double score.
Yeah, he didn't get on with it. Yeah, we won't mention brands. But Alan, you were talking about the competition. This year, is the same sort of thing going to happen next year for members? Or
it's just all going to carry on as normal. I mean, we spent this year kind of from a standing start and sort of refining it and refining the process and all that, as you know. And we've been very grateful for your input and for Shane and all the other judges. So we've refined it now so that it works extremely well. And the aim now is we're going to start. We've been recording it. We're going to edit some of them and start feeding them out there. And going forward, everybody will be able to actually watch it and see. Because that was ultimately the aim. It's not just about judging it. It's also about sort of a bit of an education for people to see, how the judging takes place and to hear about all the different fines and the judges' opinions about. So part of the process is that, as you know, you select your top three and then you explain why you chose those three. And it's amazing, isn't it, how much information comes out on things.
Yeah.
It's some of it.
Some of the amazing finds with bad pictures. And
Yes.
then you've got a button winning over them because you can't see that amazing find. It's that,
I do hate that. I
blurred.
think there should be some advice on there for people how to take a decent picture to send it in. Take it.
Funny you should say that. Funny you should say that, Donald. So what we've done is we've set up. We've got various softwares and things in place now. So what we want to do is start doing videos on that. One of my colleagues on the committee actually is a professional photographer. So we'll be putting together videos on how to take photographs, and part of that will be as part of the new app. So with our new app, you can record your finds and find spots. You can add photos. You can go back and add your previous finds to that data, so that you've got your own digital record. We're also working with the PAS, so that with their new database that's being launched later next year, you'll be able to, out in the field, record your finds, take photos, clean them, add data, whatever, and then transfer that information straight across into the new PAS database. So there's lots of things like that. So around that, we've got all the how-to videos and how to take the best photos and all of that good stuff. Also, how to dig holes properly and fill them in properly, little things like that.
I think you should run that before every rally dig. Just saying, for no particular reason.
He got upset at something Alan said.
Again.
He does that. Oh, it looks like I've got grey hair.
Alan, James Barnes,
he
joined us on last week's show. He's a good friend of ours and regular viewer. He actually works within the GeoFizz community, and he's offered any support to the NCMD that you may need with GeoFizz in the future.
Mate, that is fantastic, because funny enough, again, we are very busy, and there's a lot of things that we could talk about, and I'm glad for you prompting it. I didn't want to come on here and sort of take over, really. But in terms of geophysics, one of the things we've been working on with FLOs do a great job, and it's under pressure. And again, most people don't understand how the process works. A lot of these guys work for the local authority. They work within museums. They work for the archaeological department. Their boss really is like the county archaeologist or the museum curator. They work within the Portable Antiquities scheme, and maybe 1 or 2 days a week they are employed as FLOs to act in that capacity. And they are inundated with fines and things. And I can also say the current system recording it is an absolute bag of nails, because it's 20
complicated.
It's 20 odd years old, so it's using 20 odd year old technology, and it's very time consuming. I've had a go on it and all of that. So, but the new system is going to be really, really good, and it will make life a lot easier for everybody. Now the thing is with the FLOs, obviously with metal detectorists, we come in and we find something. Now, if you find a hoard or whatever, if you want to do the right thing, you should stop digging straight away. You should contact somebody. FLOs aren't necessarily available for a lot of the time. So we brought in the hoard hotline. So any time, day or night, you find a hoard, you phone the NCMD hoard hotline. The call will be answered, or if not answered immediately, somebody will get back to you like very shortly. And what we do is we take the details. We have a WhatsApp group with all the senior people from the Portable Antiquities scheme and museum curators and FLOs across the country. And I put that detail in there, and somebody will arrange for an archaeologist to go out like toot sweet to the site and excavate the find properly, so that all the contextual information is saved. Normally what would have to happen is, by the time they get that, they then got to go through a process to get funding for it, get it all signed off, get it all agreed. It can take weeks. So what we're doing is to get somebody out there within 24, 48 hours. It gets excavated properly. The context is saved. Everything's done properly. And more importantly, it's being seen to be done properly. And the NCMD funds that excavation. Now, following on from that, what happens is that a lot of the time, those finds, like the guys down at 9th Region, for instance, found a hoard, a pot of coins, and while the county archaeologist actually was excavating it, they were wandering around the field and found 2 more pots, which were also excavated properly. So the question then was, what's going on in that field? What's happening? Why are they there? And we get a lot of that. So archaeologists then want to go and do the geophysics to see what's in the ground. And we were at an event recently, actually, Donna was there too, where just to give a general view, for instance, without giving anything away, detectors were detecting across a number of fields, and a Roman hotspot came up, and that was on the Saturday. And then on the Sunday, James did geophysics on that area, and that popped an enclosed Romano-British farmstead. So,
that was the one that was poking him, going, James, you really need to go where I've just found this.
Well, see, the thing about it is, it shows that in terms of what, for all the knocking, for the good stuff we do, within 48 hours, we've identified an area and it's been geophysicked, and suddenly there's a thing there that archaeologists could go and dig up, So,
it was interesting that, Alan, because not only did I find something of consequence, but other people in the same area did, but there were also a few people that were actually found leaded bits of lead with glass attached, which obviously pointed to the being something there of consequence. And I actually took all that back to James and said, James, there you go. There's some information for you. You were there as well, weren't you, Donna, when we were discussing it? No,
yeah,
you weren't.
I mean, I think there's a future in working together with finding sites for archaeology in mind. The trouble is there is no budget for them to dig it, and that is a problem, and I mean, they did start in Cambridgeshire, where I am, and my group is part of it. We're part of a pilot scheme to actually start local professionally trained amateur archaeology groups across the county, employing volunteers to actually go out and find underrecorded sites, really take a good look at them and get them recorded properly. And we've still got, this is probably 10 years on, we've still got 20 odd groups still going and still doing work out across Cambridgeshire. But they didn't roll it out across all of the counties. So if anything comes up, one of our groups across Cambridgeshire can actually go and investigate it as professionally trained volunteers. And most groups, like our group, you've got somebody who's a grown-up in charge who's actually got experience of working in a professional field as well. We were talking about favourite finds, and
that was a bit ADHD, wasn't it?
I was just about to say that.
What did you see?
You're talking about something, and then you've got off on a totally different tangent.
That was massively. I'd keep losing it because.
Where was the segue there? No segue at all.
I've got to admit, though, Alan, it's what got me into my area. We were lucky enough to dig a site with green waste, unfortunately, and ended up finding one silver denarii. I went to the flow over it, not interested at all. Museum, not interested. Then we found another 6, probably 30 fibulas. And then we went back the year after ploughing, found another 6 of them again, or more, with little bits of them, like quarters. They're not denarii, sorry, they're Republicans. And it's an obvious site. You look at the site from a bird's eye view or standing on the field, the site's massively like concaved, and then in the middle of it where we found nothing, it's just flat. It's been flattened off completely. And I've mentioned it multiple times to my flow, multiple times to the museum about wanting to investigate the site. No interest whatsoever.
But what a peculiar field that is as well, Shane. There's little to no activity on there at all last time we went on there, was there?
Does that mean that somebody's been on there, though?
No, it's just there was. Where's he gone now? There he is, Shane.
I'm here.
There was little to no activity last time we went on there, was there?
Yeah, but that's I also think down to the fact they've gone modern farming, so they haven't ploughed the field in 5 years. They're allowing the crops to rot so that they're getting more nitrogen on the ground and so on. So it's due to be ploughed this year. So obviously we'll be back there when it starts to fluffy. But
that'd be crazy.
It doesn't make any sense that no one's interested. I've even gone to the extreme of reaching out to James Barnes, and he's offered to come and do the geophys for the site. But all the history books of that particular area where I dig, they all mention that it was a Roman waypoint, and like there was a camp, there was a Roman waypoint, there was a shrine, there was all different bits and bobs there, but there's never been any proof of it. The only proof they've had is when they rebuilt the road and they found the Roman road through there. But I've been trying to prove it for a very, very long time, and they're not interested.
No. Well, if I could just say on that front, I mean, one of the things that was discussed, see, we try to do all the right things, and one of the things that I was a bit disappointed about was to find that there's some of the long-standing senior FLOs aren't being given the information about the things that we offer, like in terms of the Horde Fund and etc. We've had that discussion, and actually they were so impressed with what we're doing. They raised it at the FLO's national conference, and off the back of that, they were basically saying that they would like to talk to us about the opportunity of doing geophysics as a follow-on. So detectors go in, find a site, it's of interest, need to do some geophysics. They don't have the money for it. So we're in the process of talking about it. We're going to be meeting with them shortly to discuss, what's involved in that. Obviously we need to put parameters around it. But it goes back again to what I've said that, we've got all that money in there that we need to protect the hobby. Wouldn't it be so much nicer if that threat was taken away and that we could be using it for better things? But one of those things that we are doing, we are looking at, is geophysics as a follow-on then. So where we find a site like you're describing there, Shane, that we could be doing some geophysics to see what's actually in the ground. That's another big step forward, and that's something that is all being discussed at the moment. The biggest thing at the moment, actually, and the biggest Christmas present that me, you, and the whole hobby could have for next year is the other thing that I am passionate about. And anybody that knows me, I am all of this, but I am extremely passionate about this hobby. And every year across this country, there are hundreds or thousands of acres that are built on, and everything that's in the plough soil is lost forever, buried under concrete. And so what I'm pushing hard for, and the NCMD committee and trustees are pushing hard for, the government level, is that as part of the planning process, there's a proper metal detecting survey done on every peak. And my view on it is nothing should be built on, not 1 inch of concrete should go on the ground unless it's had a metal detector over the top of it to rescue whatever's in the ground. And archaeologists at the moment, they go in, they dig a few trenches, they do a bit of a report on it, and it goes away, and that's it done. Just imagine the thousands and thousands of artifacts, the treasure items, the significant items that are being lost and buried under concrete every single year in this country with the blessing of archaeologists. That grieves me. I think it's a disgrace, and I think we need to sort it. And we've got the solution to that because we've got all the local event organisers, contact and all the rest of it. We've set up a code of conduct for event organisers. We've got a database with everybody's details in. So somebody could give me a postcode today and I could email everybody within a 20-mile radius of that field and get them there in 2 weeks' time on a weekend to do a proper metal detecting survey, use the NCMD app to plot the find and the find spot. All of that information can then be given to the landowner or to the county archaeologist or the developer or whoever, so that everybody's got a record of what's come out of the ground. It means that when the archaeologists go to do their digging, they'll have something targeted. They'll know exactly where to dig, and if nothing comes out of the ground, they'll know there's nothing going on there. It's a proper joined up solution to a problem. We've got it all in place, and we're pushing hard and harder and harder to get this brought in as part of the planning process. And if we're lucky enough to do that, then that'll be a Christmas present for all of us. And we will be fighting hard on that going forward. Just sort of throw that in.
Alan. Yeah, very well said. No, yeah. I think.
There's a lot to that question, and I'm not going to go into it tonight. But yeah,
no.
But I stand by it. It's a disgrace.
I know, and you know
how many fines have been lost. But anyway, it's Christmas.
It is.
Yeah. Let's see where we stand on that.
All right, noddy holder.
Yeah.
Well, Alan, it's nearly 9 o'clock, so we will let you do. We won't let you do your top 10 yet, but you can do whatever else you want.
Top 5.
Well, I'll just explain.
We let him explain, and we can do his top 10 in a bit.
Yeah. So what I'll just explain very quickly. So the breakdown of this is £10,000. We've broken it down. So we've got, for instance, we've got at one end, we've got £40 vouchers for spending in the NCMD shop. We've got a great offer on the bundle at the moment with a really nice quality embroidered sweatshirt and a hat, a beanie hat, for instance, in one of our bundles. That would buy you that. And from now until the end of January, we're offering also free postage for everything over spend of over £35. So there's 25 winners of the £40 merchandise voucher. We've then got 15 winners of a £50 cash prize. We've got 20 £100 cash winners. We've got 5 £250 winners. We've got 5 £500 winners. We've got 2 £750 winners. And the star of the show with £1,000, there's £1,000 prize winner. And I re-emphasize the fact that everybody's included this. It is random right across the country, so everybody had exactly the same opportunity to win, except me and my colleagues on the committee and the trustees. So
do the judges get a chance to win?
Yeah, the judges do.
Everybody does. Hard luck, Shane.
Get in.
It'd be pretty random if we won a prize between us.
It would be great, wouldn't it, if you did? So what we've done, so in the background, while I'm on here, so we did this earlier because obviously we needed to do the technology of it on the using the system, and also there's 73 prize winners in total. So we've done that, we've got them listed up, and we've just as we're talking here now, the list is being added to the Facebook page and the and our newsfeed on the website. So anybody that wants to see if they've won can go on there, but I am going to announce the actually I'll do the top 8, and that is the £500 winners, the £750 winners, and the £1,000 winner, if that's okay. So shall I crack on with that now?
Yeah, I'm just reading the winners, see, but I'm on there.
Right, okay. Shall I go ahead and do it?
Yeah,
go on. Big, right, okay. So we've got the £500 cash prize, 5 winners. We've got Adam Kay from Cheshire. We've got Jonathan Gilling from Somerset. We've got David Gibbs from Wiltshire. We've got Robert Sullivan from East Sussex, and Mark Prowse from Essex. So congratulations to all of those.
Congratulations!
Well done, guys. We've then got 2 very lucky £750 cash prize winners. We've got winner number 1 is Lawrence Wright from Cornwall, and Robert Coe from Essex. So congratulations, guys. You know, £750 better off. We'll be in touch shortly. And then the grand prize winner of £1,000 in our very finest sterling is Sarah Goodwin of Derbyshire. Congratulations, Sarah. Well done.
Well done, Sarah.
Well done. Fantastic.
Congratulations to all of the winners and to all of the other of the 73 prize winners, and well done to the NCMD for putting that together.
Thank you. And a special mention to my mate Jelly up in Scotland.
Yeah.
She's not in Scotland.
She lives in Essex.
Today.
No,
she's in Scotland.
She's finally realised that.
Tells us nothing.
Yeah.
Philip Wilson said he never wins anything. I think that's actually a lie, Philip. Well
What's
done.
That? What?
Philip Wilson said he never wins anything.
We have someone in the chat. Shall we do the wall tonight, or
is it the new wall or the original wall? Because I've not done the new wall yet.
I didn't know there was a new wall.
I thought you'd done a different way the other week.
No, and I've forgotten Hang
Okay.
on.
Hold on. I've got to get myself lined up now. Don't even know. There it is.
Do it again.
And he's not well ready.
I'm nearly ready. Just
right.
Get it.
Adrian.
I don't know why.
Don't show the answer.
No, I'm trying to get it.
Do we have a prize?
No!
You've done it again.
Am I doing my hand? Am I doing it with my hand? What are you doing? Philip Wills has zoomed in and everything now.
Oh, I've just messed it up. Well,
just
should we start again?
Have we got a prize tonight?
Oh, God's sake!
He may be rubbish at jokes, but Adrian joins the team as one of the most experienced field testers in the world.
In the world.
The world.
World's greatest field tester. Can't even do the wall.
Do you have a prize for tonight? Hey,
yes, I can see it now. Do we have a prize for tonight's winner?
Alan's kindly donating a day out with him at the zoo and swimming and a sauna and a massage, and then back to his house to watch a Christmas movie.
Yeah, that sounds National Lampoon Christmas vacation. No, actually, we'll put up one of our Christmas bundles for the winner tonight.
Brilliant, thank you, Alan.
NCMD Christmas bundle.
Let's see how many. Now, don't forget, you can't guess until we start. All you people guessing already.
Pick a number and guess what it is, and put the guess in the chat.
Number
one. I'll look at the chat, and you can all see the chat, and I'll read them out.
I'm starting with number one. Hardy's one.
We've got lots of spear tips, none of them.
Whoa, Donna.
You're doing it, I know.
Yes,
ignore the ones
we can't even look yet. No, it's not a medieval seal.
Right.
In fact, I'm going to have to refer back to the message because I can't remember.
It's not a candlestick, John Clayton, or a spindle well, Chrissy, or a chariot ignition key. Oh, that's a good one, though.
It's not a brooch. It's not a palm guard.
Should we pick another number? Alan, do you want to give us a number?
Yeah, number 10.
It's not a scraper. It's not Santa's sack.
I've got an idea.
It's not a jetton.
It's not a trade weight.
It isn't something that was judged earlier in the week, was it?
No,
it isn't. Slingshot. It's not a pile remover.
It's not that Shane.
Arrowhead. It's not Roman lead gaming piece. It's not bronze lemon. It's not a lead weight, or is it? It's not an ampulla. Don't forget, it's the wording on what it is.
Who's next?
It's a large phallic swift shaft word.
Donna, number.
12, please. And you spelt that wrong, James. You should know better.
Gold talk, lead weight, Roman coin, spoon handle, Roman lead condom, long weight, buller, plumb bob, scraper, ox tooth. Keep picking your numbers.
22.
Not a crucifix. It's not an aardvark.
Number
5.
27, please.
Donna, stop picking all the numbers.
It's
not a flint scraper. It's not a seal metric. It's not a plum weight.
Alan,
not
number,
lemon
Alan?
juicer. Palm guard.
Yeah, let's go number 11.
It's not a spearhead. It's not a lead musket ball. Not a lead seal. Not a medieval skyhawk. Not an ampulla. Not a pot mend. Don't forget, the words have to be right.
Donna, your Minsk, not Potmend.
It's Donna's turn.
Number 15, please. Not a steel yard weight. Not a lead tooth filling spindle well. Ear cleaner, horse harness.
Not a sickle. It's not a lead casting
God.
die. It's not a steel yard weight. It's not a lead mount.
Alan.
Not a palm guard still. It's not a horseshoe. It's not a Roman pussy.
Andrew, really? Oh, dear.
Open up number 9, guys.
Doesn't look like a cat.
It's not a pommel. It's not a lead oyster shell.
Number 21, please.
It's not a sharp.
It was my turn.
It's not a lead arrow tip.
Shane.
I've just got to interject here because I've just reminded myself. Did you see Nick Berry's latest creation this week? Tremendous, Nick.
It's awesome. Do you have a picture you can show?
It's not a pestle off a mortar. It's not a lead pendant. It's not a lead ladle.
It's not
It's not a lead gaming piece.
It's not Rudolph Santler.
I'll pick a number.
It's not a pestle off a mortar.
Alan, just throw numbers at Adrian, Alan.
Okay.
I'm going to accept
number 18.
I'm going to accept this. It's not the exact words, but I don't think the exact words.
We said we'd accept this.
Michael Jarvis, we're going to accept it's a lead fishing weight.
Yeah, he is correct.
I know people
I have thoughts on that, but
I haven't had the exact answer. Don't think the exact answer is going to appear. So instead, we're going to accept the lead fishing weight. Adrian, what is it?
According to Paz, it's an incomplete cast lead net sinker or weight, probably a fishing weight of medieval or post-medieval date from about AD 1200 to 1800. In shape, it is elongated teardrop with 4 ridges, one down each face, running the length of the weight. The lower end of the weight is rounded into a blunt point. The upper end becomes thinner, and a suspension loop usually extends from this flattened area, but is broken off and missing on this example. So yes, well done, and very interesting find, and interesting what the flow said, even though Donna will not agree. So well done, Michael. Who won it? Michael Jarvis. Was it Michael Jarvis?
It was Michael. Congratulations.
Michael Jarvis, go to bigdetectingshow.com, bigdetectingshow.com website. Go on the Contact Us page, put your details in there, and we'll kindly forward those on to the NCMD, and you'll get an exciting bit of NCMD gear from their shop. And I must say, the hoodies and the hats and the mug are really good quality. I've got an NCMD hat, and I love it because it's got the England logo on it, and it says NCMD, and a lot of people think it's a farming hat and have stopped me when I'm walking, which I think farmers will like. But anyway, here we go. Nick Berry.
Very kindly, Wayne Rowlands has said, as it's Christmas, get Michael to message me, and I've got a small coin box he can have as a prize. That's fantastic. Thank you, Wayne Rowlands.
And by the way, just to say, guys, if I could, so Wayne, I actually saw some of his work, and he very kindly donated one of his finds cabinets to the RCM, which we were grateful for. I actually have bought one myself from him to put mine in. I was so impressed with it, and it's a fantastic piece of workmanship. So well done, Wayne.
Thank you, Wayne.
He's a very clever bloke. And so a really nice, genuine guy as well.
Yeah, he is. Cracking lad.
This is Nick Berry's latest creation. How gorgeous is that?
It doesn't surprise me.
Stunning. And who found the original piece? Because the original piece is now gone to the museum, hasn't it?
Someone.
Yeah. What a beautiful piece of work. And yeah, Nick, you're going to come on in the new year, I think, and talk to us about how you go through your process and how you create these very fine things. And I think everyone in the chat would really enjoy just hearing you talk about it and your passion for perfection. And it's the breadth of It's the breadth of materials that you use and the skills you employ are incredible. To some extent, Wayne as well. And I know they collaborate sometimes on things, but if you're looking for the perfect gift for a detectorist for a special birthday or anything like that, cabinet from Wayne, he can do anything, just to your spec or whatever. And Nick, the finds that you recreate are breathtaking, I think.
Yeah, James Barnes has just said get Nick Berry on.
Yeah, he's coming on.
However, he does struggle because I think we mentioned it before on the show, didn't we, Dave? To get into the medieval Roman type of thing, he does live in a mud hut and he doesn't have internet. So, and those pictures Dave's got were posted to him and they were taken from a 35mm.
And you actually,
I think it's a disc camera he uses.
It was a disc camera,
Kodak disc camera.
He can't wear
pants. And also, I've got something else that I sent to everybody earlier on the show, and had to early on before the show, and had to have a little chuckle at because it looks like a complete bag of pap. But here is something that's being crowdfunded at the moment.
This is funny. Yeah, this is funny.
It's a 2-in-1 metal detector.
Put the video
it's a metal detector. Let's put the video on.
Hear that? Adventure's calling. Gold Rush. Everywhere you go. Dig it. 2-in-1 meta pinpointer. One hand, one motion. Simple in looks, easy in use. Scan. Detect.
One hand, one motion.
And dig effortlessly. Look everywhere. True 3D scanning with Digit's powerful sensors. Discover treasures hidden from the ordinary eye. Select one of 3 detection levels and, with pinpoint precision, uncover the treasure you're after. Anywhere.
Wow, you can find paper.
Any obstacles cannot stop.
Wow.
Even water.
That looks absolutely
amazing.
Dig It
is IP68 waterproof, shockproof, and ready to dig anywhere. Uncover hidden treasures. Detect and dig. Adventure never ends.
Can you dig it?
So we actually then...
This is Ryan Brooks. The adventure...
And stop sharing them because what an absolute pile of dog poo that looks.
Do you think, though, that
one hand, one motion.
Do you think you turn into a cowboy if you hold it? Is it like a power weapon? So you hold the pinpointer.
It wasn't a cowboy, was it? It was Indiana Jones. Well,
he's obviously not looked into metal detecting and pinpointers and stuff because he's probably spent. Yeah,
he could buy a pinpointer and a trowel. And you've got exactly the same thing.
Nick Berry do that. Just glue it together with a bit of glue, wrap a bit of string around it. I think we should get one for Adrian to test and then recreate the video with Adrian dressed up.
That is a crowdsource that I inadvertently spotted by Facebook before and thought.
I didn't click on it. With regard to Adrian's wall, TC said he actually got that straight away. Next time he's going to put it in the comments. He shouted it out.
Before I forget, metal detecting news that you saw the advert at the beginning of the show. Google it, metal detecting news. There's a competition on there, prize draw to win a Rutus Versa, and I think it's only 2 weeks to go. So all you have to do, I think, Tony, if I'm right, is subscribe to Metal Detecting News. You get an email once a week with all the latest chat and things about metal detecting, and it's global. It's not just the UK. And you can win yourself a £700, a very competent machine.
I'm actually going to win that. I can feel it in my bones because I actually read Metal Detecting News every week, and so should everyone else. But all you need to do is subscribe. And
I'd also like to send our thoughts over to America. Now, if you remember last week, we were supposed to have Matt and Jess on from Digstock. Unfortunately, Matt has had a small a procedure a couple of weeks ago, and unfortunately it's took a bit of a turn. He's back in hospital and he hasn't been too well whatsoever. So thoughts with Matt, and hope Jess is all right too. So there we go.
Yeah, thoughts go out to them. Quest for Britannia. What machine does Alan use?
Well, I saw a post. I think it was earlier today. Someone was talking. They were talking about some machine. Someone asked about a machine. I'd never heard of it. Somebody put on there it's a bag of nails. Somebody else put you'd be better off using a paper plate tied to a broom handle. And I say, well, actually, there's times that I go out and I have the same effect with my Manticore. But anyway, so I've got a Manticore and I've got a Deus. So I've got a Deus Deus 1 that I've used, and I've got the Manticore. Manticore is kind of my go-to machine now, really. I love it.
Is your Deus 1 got an HF
Manticore Brothers.
Yeah. Sorry, mate.
You got HF coil on your Deus?
No, I've just got standard Deus 1. It's good. I mean, the thing is, I used to have the 3030, and I had a very bad car accident, and it really messed me up. And I didn't think I was going to be able to detect again. I went out with my machine, couldn't swing it. I dug a hole and went down, couldn't get back up again. It was a bad time, and I thought that was the hobby over. And I ended up, one of my friends in the club said, you need to go for a Deus. So I got the Deus, and of course I could swing it because it's a very light machine. It got me back into the hobby. But when the 800 came along, I bought that. And then when the Manticore came along, I upgraded to that. But, you know, each to his own. I think if you're you get people that have got all these different machines, and I don't personally, I don't understand that, because you need to get into one machine. You get to understand and know one machine.
You are absolutely right.
Yeah, so I stick with the one machine. So the Manticore for me is a fantastic machine. You know, it's a top end machine, but look.
I have over 20 machines, Alan, but I do have 2 machines that I concentrate on. Actually, 2.5.
And what are they?
I'm not going to tell you.
7.
You go out with just the coil or just the shaft? How can you have 2.5?
Because one's my go-to, the other one is sort of a go-to, and the third one is beginning to grow on me, but I didn't like it at first.
And what's that?
I'm not telling you.
You can't. One thing to say,
you'll
mate,
have to buy Treasure Hunting magazine.
You can't have two go-to machines, can you? You must be a time when you go to one for one reason or go to another.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's true. So it depends on the land and if it's a beach or whatever. But
I thought you'd say that.
The key thing for me is the ergonomics of a machine. I must admit, if you're detecting for 8 hours, you want a machine that's going to last that in battery and also be comfortable to use. But at the same time, I like playing with things, so I will say
don't talk about that on the show, please. What you like
technical? Yeah, I won't go into technical things, but yeah, some machines people just want to turn on detect and pick the general program, and some of the time I want to do that, but other times I want to have a play and do things. So yeah. But then saying that, there's another machine. Well,
it's tough when you've got a lot of choice. That's what you mean.
Yeah.
I took my Nux out the other day for the first time in months, but it was great. It smashed it. I had a great time, and I took it out because I knew I was on flat pasture, and that's why I took it out. So Derek Sherwin said in the chat he had an early Christmas present off Ange, a Nocta AccuPoint pinpoint.
Very good.
Great piece.
Now that originally, the one that he's got, I can confirm, was charged in 1947, and I don't think I'll need charging again for a while.
Still going.
We hope to have Nocta on from Dilek. We're going to be giving away a Legend 2.
Yeah, somebody's just said Pro 43 said what's happened with the Legend 2. Where we're up to with that?
Well, I think knowing Nocta, they're probably going to announce it on Christmas Eve, but it's going to be very soon. But going back to the AccuPoint battery, when me and Dave had the beta ones from Nocta, I don't know what battery they're putting those.
And Shane.
And Shane, yeah, I've never. Shane, doesn't the battery just last like 6 months?
It does, but don't you think you notice a little bit of less power when it gets below halfway?
I think you notice that with all pinpointers, to be fair.
I'm much like that myself.
About the last quarter.
Maybe we should try and get one. What pinpointer did you use, Alan?
I've got a Carrot.
I've
Good
got
old Carrot.
Yeah, I've got a black Carrot as well.
Well, I've got the black one, and then I got the orange one because it's waterproof. But the I've got the wireless one with the Deus for the Deus, and to be honest, I've never used it. I've never. It's actually out there in the box. I've never switched it on.
I really think I want a wireless ones because there are times when I don't want people to know I'm in a field if I'm near a footpath or whatever, because all you can hear is it beep beep beep.
Well, more importantly, when are Mine Lab going to produce a wireless one?
This is true.
That's a good shape. Yeah.
Well, I spoke to the chief engineer and he said, "What do you think we're missing?" I said, "Well, you got Nocta, who you laughed at 5 or 6 years ago, who've got a wireless pinpointer. You've got XP, who've had one for years. And when you spend 1,500 quid plus, well, actually, talking of that, Crawford's got a really good deal on the Manticore at the moment, 200 quid off if anyone's thinking of buying one. When you're spending that amount of money and the bloke next to you's got a machine that's half the price and he's got a wireless pinpointer, Mine Lab, come on, bring one out.
To be fair, do you know what? The thing that disappoints me, the 3030 was an awesome machine. The build quality was phenomenal. The headphones, everything that went with it was phenomenal. It was a $2,000 machine, and it was, it was worth it. Heavy but worth it. And then they brought out the Manticore, which is kind of the same sort of price point. And the thing that bugs me, the headphones on it are pretty pants. Their pinpointers are pretty pants, and I just think they've sort of missed the boat a little bit, or they've sort of slipped a little bit on that front. I think let themselves down.
The shaft on it and the cam locks, I don't think are great. They sent us
on the 800. I had Tony's, the S shaft, and I'll tell you what, that was fantastic. And I put that on my 800, and it made a huge difference to it. And I noticed that on the Manticore, the first thing I said was, Can I change the shaft on it? And Manticore have made it so that you can't change the shaft on it, which is a shame because I've done that. Also, the coils.
Shaft, not straight shaft.
Yeah, it's the S-shaped stuff. For me, it made a big difference. It doesn't look a lot, but
I do think on the 800 though, what you were saying about that, when I got the 800, I felt like I was pushing it rather than swinging it. It wasn't. It didn't feel natural to me, and all I did was.
That's because you're a dwarf.
Well, I know because it's
drunk.
You're a drunk dwarf.
Yeah,
you're a lush.
For Christmas, I am not drunk, and I hardly ever get drunk, and you know that. You've not seen me drunk. I think that
every time you message us,
hang on.
Gin somewhere.
He says you're not drunk. You just called him John.
I did not. James, Stephen, TC, and Andrew T. We might have got a bit tipsy on the first RCM on the Friday night. We had a bit of a sesh. It was great. I do remember sort of nearly falling off my chair when I got back to the tent. James Barnes said it's Christmas.
Wet yourself.
Time. Pardon?
You wet yourself, didn't you? And you had to dry yourself.
No, I didn't. That was when you were there. That was at the last RCM, and I spilt my drink in my lap, and it was freezing cold, and I was trying to warm my bottom over the fire.
Are you lying, though?
I'm not lying, because I'd admit
anyway,
I thought about it. It's not like a hand dryer.
You do know that Dave's behind you.
That's got to come out on the Bobby Moon in the show, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's in his Donna's arse. Thank you for swearing.
That was like
absolutely vulgar.
That was. If I'd have pissed myself, Honestly, it would have been warmer than that. That was so cold. I can't tell you. It was cold beer in my lap, and I was sitting in it. And it
Polly
was
pissy pants.
Thank you. I'll never live that down. And if you're laughing in the chat, I'm never speaking to you again.
And seeing that we've played the greatest treasure hunter, and we've also played Polly Pissy Pants. Should we play this one?
I love that.
I broke my fucking wrist that day.
He broke his wrist, which I think is hilarious. Anyway,
he come out of the door and said, "Be careful, it's a bit slippery out here," and then just went for it. That's what Stuart normally does.
No, I was rushing round. The missus wasn't very well, and I was rushing around trying to clean the house. I was taking the recycling out the front, and I stood out, and it was like ice everywhere.
Do you think that you ever made a mistake by sending it to Dave?
No, I don't mind.
No. Oh, the amount I've had.
I'd rather laugh.
Putting me tent up and everything.
I've got much worse of Dave, put it that way.
Oh, Jim wants to know, when is the next show?
Yeah. I still laugh at that. For those, what Donna was saying, there isn't a show next week because sadly we are celebrating Christmas Day with our families.
Right.
However, maybe Jesus.
However, we might be publishing. We're going to have to publish some funny clips from the show throughout 2025. So if you're really bored on Christmas Day and don't want to watch Die Hard 17, you can put that for your friends and family on. So it'll be funny clips and bits.
Or we might even just put one of our favourite episodes on in its entirety. Currently, Ted has my vote. The World According to Ted.
That wasn't last year though. This year.
I know, but it's just one of my favourite episodes ever.
Yeah, we could do that. But anyway. It's
we'll have something on at 8:00 on New Year's Eve, not New Year's night, isn't it? And also Christmas night.
So we are back in our entirety as of, I think it's the 9th of January. We've got 2 weeks away for us at the moment. We might get bored and decide just to do something anyway.
Yeah, actually, you might.
See how drunk Adrian gets over the Christmas period.
I won't be here. I won't be here on the 8th.
We could do one live from the brewery where I drink.
That's the calendar for the year. Yeah, I won't be here on the 8th because I'm doing a talk on postal history and the secrets of postcards.
Christ,
I wish I could come to that.
I bet there's a bloody queue for that.
Honestly.
We could also do a show about ring pulls as well. Why don't you do a talk on ring pulls and buttons as well?
I bet you I could. I could do one of marbles. I got a marble here. Look at that. Found it on my allotment.
And she's married. Jesus.
Yeah, but anyway, Stuart must have some bloody willpower put up with that.
I think we should.
I've got some stamps.
Yeah, Dave, starting with you, should we say goodbye and a message to everyone?
A message?
Message.
Is that like a Mexican message?
Yeah, arriba. Yeah, a message.
Okie dokie. Thank you, everybody, for joining us and supporting us for the entire year. Thank you to all of the people who provide the prizes, the companies manufacturers and sales companies who provide the prizes to give us away. Obviously, big ups to Graham Dempsey, our main supplier of prizes. He gives one. Even if we don't want a prize, he still forces them on us. And obviously, I'd like to thank as well Regdon's and Graham for sending me a nice Christmas present. And Shane would like to thank Regdon's as well, wouldn't you, Shane?
I certainly would.
Thank you to Nick West, who's sending me a book at the moment, which I look forward to. And hopefully, me and Nick will have some news. Well, I'll have some news hopefully for our next show.
He's doing that thing again.
Which I might also have a bit added news. It's my secret that I'm keeping and I'm not telling. Well, Adrian's doing one part and Donna's doing another part, and Shane knows as well.
And all he keeps talking about is...
It's not your turn yet. Wait.
I've got a secret.
So, yes, thank you to each and every one of you. It's it gets rid of the doldrums some weeks, coming on and having a chat with my mates, and obviously with the support of yourselves. All we can ask of you is to keep coming back, keep supporting us, and tell your friends that there's some half-wits chatting about metal detecting some weeks, and come along and join us, and you might win something. So thank you all.
Thank you, David. I wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and more importantly, thank you for David for hosting the show every month throughout the year for the last...
Yeah, well done, guys. Well done, all of you for that.
But God knows how many years. Like Dave said, we're here to have fun.
7 years this year.
7 years. Some might mock us, but just remember, we're all in this hobby together. And if you don't find treasures under the ground, you will find them above ground. So I wish you all a healthy and happy Christmas, and thank you for watching. And I'll see you all next year and next year.
I want to thank the crew, of course. I want to thank the big buddy Dave and Shane's been an absolute delight. And also met Alan for the first time this year. We've got a date in January, haven't we, Alan?
We have, yeah. Looking forward to it.
Me and Alan are going for lunch.
No, you're not.
Donna's a man.
Yeah.
Alan, we'll bring a little teddy bear. You can show us where she tried to touch you. Okay.
And a hammer.
No, I haven't told him he's paying yet.
Come on, Donna.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming up and saying hi at rallies, people having selfies, which I still think is mad, but especially the BDS crew, James, TC, Stephen Brame, Andrew T, Steve B, and Steve Welsh, Steve Tidy, all of those people who we hang out together and we just have a big laugh. And yeah, don't be shy. If you see us out and about, come and say hello, because we just love you being part of our big family. And, you know, Christmas can be a tough time for some people. And just know that we're all in it together. We're in this hobby together. It makes us happy. It takes us away from the troubles of the world. Maybe we're going to find treasure. Maybe we're not. But we're out in the countryside, the open air, having a wonderful time with a frying pan on a stick, and there's nothing better, and that's why we're all here. Tell your friends, go tell the people who go to your club. The Big Detecting Show is growing to be the most wonderful, warm, friendly community.
Can I just quickly butt in there? Sorry, Donna. We are officially the world's biggest streaming live metal detecting show.
Posting.
Which we
well done, guys.
No, we actually have got stats to prove it. So anyway, ignore all YouTubers and that. Shane.
Thank you, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And I won't pick on Alan at all because you're here as a guest, but thank you to Dave, who drinks far too much Pepsi. Adrian drinks far too much beer, and Donna, who never shuts up. I wouldn't be here without the pair of you. So thank you all. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Thanks, Shane.
And don't forget to subscribe to the Staffordshire Searcher YouTube channel, where you can also get, on behalf of Shane, 10% off at Regdon's with the code Stafford, which is running at the bottom of the screen and is about to change because I'm going to put this one on.
Alan.
I just want to say, Alan. I just want to say on behalf of myself, the NCMD committee and board of trustees, thank you all very much indeed for all your continued support. It does mean a lot to us. Keep being awesome, all of you. There are some amazing people out there doing amazing things, including you guys, all those events, event organisers, etc. Great things being done for charities. Most of all, some amazing finds being found, saved for posterity, recorded on the system. So keep recording your finds, guys. It's important. And we wish you happy hunting for 2026, and may all your dreams come true.
And may all your Christmases be bright.
Put them away.
God's sake.
Phil,
have yourself
we've just lost
very
30 viewers because of that. Right.
She's on mute, mate. She started singing. I put her on mute.
Right.
Thank you all again for everything you do for us, and we will see you the same time, same place, soon. Good night, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks,
Cheers,
Alan.
guys. Merry
Good night.
Christmas.
Merry
Happy Christmas.